Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Monday Night Therapy. I'm one of your hosts, Minnie Hunt, and with me, guess what? It's official. He's my partner, my co-pilot, Fred Sacco.
I said yes. So
He said yes. So whenever I'm here, hopefully you'll see him as well. And I'm so grateful to have a co-host because this show is so much more fun when you have somebody to bounce ideas off of. Um, but yeah, we're only 10 days away from Arrowhead. We made it through.
it's time is slowing down too, because it's just like it felt like it flew to get there. I think Haas or somebody had said it, and then we get to that last week plus, and then it's just like waiting for the last day of school, kind of a thing. It's like let's get it on, get going.
Yeah, waiting for the last day of school. That's a good way to look at it. And school just started for the Huskers, but they're done with fall camp now. We can put a pin in that because it's done. They had their last scrimmage on Saturday. There's been a ton of press conferences from coaches, assistant coaches, our head coach, players, so many players, probably like at least 10 players I can think of. And
Yeah,
so,
a
I
lot of
mean,
availability. Yeah, I was scrolling them today, and it was like I don't know if I've never counted, but my gosh, it seems like a lot. Like it just kept going within the last couple days. Just
I know.
everybody under the sun. So that's good. It's a lot of good exposure. Everybody sounds like they know what they're doing and nobody's saying anything dumb. So it's a good thing.
Yet. Just wait.
Throw that out there.
I know. We didn't have any Marcus Satterfield comments yet. Roger Moore's here. He says, "Go Big Red, go Big Red." And Beetle B, welcome. And TSD, aloha. He must be in Hawaii. I don't know. And Brad Wilson is here. He was such a great guest last week. I know you commented how much you loved his stories.
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah. I just do that all the time.
You know, right? But he says that Connor and Corn Nation are doing a show at the same time. So I'll have to call Connor and say, you need to coordinate.
Yeah. Geez. Stepping all over our feet.
I know. He moves into my city, and now he's doing his show at the same time. No, I'm kidding.
Town ain't big enough for the both of you.
Oh, Husker Chuck was on Connor's stream. That's cool. I didn't see it yet, so don't tell me anything you said. I'm sure he's full of hype because he has been waiting.
Not Connor. He's so level headed.
I know. Hey, so am I. Oh, you still are, Husker Chuck? Wait, is this like he's like two-timing.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel kind of dirty, Husker Chuck.
That's all right.
We're Husker Chuck's side piece, apparently. That's all right.
I know. How do you feel about this comment though? This sounds like something you would say. Vince Watson says enough talk time for them to go to Casey and show me.
Yeah, I agree with Vince almost all the time, and definitely with that. I mean, it's positive talk. It isn't. There hasn't been a lot of arrogant stuff, or we're gonna guarantee. It's just a lot of exposure, like we said, with all the pressers and all the stuff. So, but yeah, it's like eventually you just got to do it, and I just want us to go out there, look like we know what we're doing, and
Yeah.
kick their ass. It's all you got to do. It's real simple.
I have a feeling after I gotta admit it. I watched Dylan's press conference a couple of times, maybe like 3 or 4. After watching him, I'm like, we're gonna kill Cincinnati. I'm thinking this in the back of my mind. We are gonna bring the hurt down on them. And Pitt Snipe is here.
Oh, good, Pitt.
Yay.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that he's polished and he speaks well and he's even keel. So I appreciate that, and I hope that translates over to the team and the calm and the leadership and all that. I mean, I don't know. I didn't get that out of it. I got to the part where he was talking about scaring his teammates in the cornfield. That made me feel a little bit Northwesternish, so I wasn't too comfortable with that. But otherwise, he says all the right things. I think he always will, and that's nice. It's nice to have a player like that. So, and that's our leader. So, and your superhero. So, yeah.
Did you see his brother played last Thursday night? They
Mm-mm.
beat Milton. He's the quarterback at Buford. And
Oh, okay.
okay, that's the $62 million stadium, right?
Yeah, yeah. I remember. I think. Didn't you guys show that on here one time?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I saw that and I thought it was. I mean, it looked better than some like Big 12 stadiums. Like it was ridiculous. Yeah, yeah, that's wild. The money that goes into high school football.
I tell you, it looks really professional. So his brother actually got on Sports Center that
Oh,
night. Yeah, it was really cool. He just looked amazing. He really did. He can throw a ball just like Dylan. Just
wow.
just make it look effortless, like I could do it.
He's he's smaller too. Like I mean, he's got time to grow, of course, but he's shorter, isn't he? A little bit.
I
I
don't think
thought.
he's shorter. I actually think he's taller.
No,
He might he's grown a lot in the last couple of
I,
years. He used to be shorter. He's his little brother. But I think he's got to be 6 foot something.
I would
It's
hope
just
so.
he's always been a little thinner than
Hmm.
Dylan. And
Well,
Dylan
that's
looks
not
great.
hard to do. I mean,
No, 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 no. Don't twist my words. Dylan looks great. He
mhm.
looks like he's in the best shape of his life. I told you I watched his press conference a couple of times and from a couple of different angles. And you can see like he has like a V cut, on his
Did
waist.
yeah, I was watching the one where he talked about the cornfield and the bugs, and
Mhm.
he looked noticeably.
Yeah.
I was on my phone, but he looked slimmer through that area. So if that equates to a little more mobility and a little more quickness, and as I believe it was Tony said, did he cut his presser 2 minutes short? Hopefully, he doesn't slide 2 yards short anymore. But yeah, no, I'm hyped for him. He's had a year under his belt. He looks good. I think we're in good shape.
He did not cut his presser 2 minutes short, Tony. Thank you very much. That's just not right. All right. Um, Guys, since we last met, there's been some things that have come about, and I'm here to tell you that I get to go to the game next week.
Ooh, wow, nice.
I know. I'm so excited. So raise your hand if you're going. Are you going?
No, no. I'd
Nope.
love to, but no.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Anyways, I heard there's going to be a really good tailgate that is a Wisconsin hate tailgater.
Oh,
Just look for the sign that
that's such a thing, really? Huh.
it really is, I guess. So I'll
Weird.
let you guys know if there is.
Yeah, take pictures. I want to see pictures of the hate.
Yeah. So, all right. Vince says Cincinnati's offense is scary. 2 offensive linemen and running back with pro hype, and Nebraska with a wet behind the ears. What? D. No, not wet behind the ears, D.
Dress her up, can't take her anywhere. I get what he's saying in theory. I mean, you lose two cornerstones like Ty and Nash. That's huge, you know. And but the other guys, they're experienced. They just didn't have all the playing time, and we have a lot of bodies out there. So, but I get Vince's point because the D line, and we got a lot of new people in the secondary. It looks like it's different linebackers, so I get his trepidation, but and I know they got two good old linemen, and I didn't know the running back was that good, but I
He
don't know.
is.
I think
He's
he
actually tried
scheme
and
around
true.
it, you know.
He's really good. I think we have talked about him before. He's a returner. He was their tried and true running back from last season. But we have Willis McGahee, Keona Davis, Elijah Judy, Riley Van Poppel, Cam Lenhart. We have quite a few guys up front here, looks like, that can be up front. And Coach Brett Braden or Braden? How do you say his name?
I always say Braden, but I've never looked for the pronunciation.
Yeah. Well, he said that he's just been working on fundamentals and focusing on one move. And do you know what this one move is?
Hmm.
Club and rip,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
which is actually two moves if you break it down. It's club and rip.
Yep. Yep.
Have you heard this before?
Oh yeah. Yeah. They were showing it in some of the highlights of practice, but with no commentary. They were doing whole lines where they were doing the move, and I mean I remember Reggie White used to always do it. All the good D linemen do it, and it's a good technique. And yes, I mean hopefully we can swarm their two good offensive linemen and just beat them up and just tear. Oh, Greg's here. He says he's watching the greatest duo coordination has to offer. Oh my, it's hype.
Now, come on. We know what he means. Who's the best duo in coordination? Really, Greg? Are you trying to get on my good side? He doesn't even know. Fred said yes. He will be the co-host of the year from now on.
Oh wow. I got it. Oh yeah, Monday nights. Thanks for clarifying, Greg.
Okay. Thank you
From
very
8:30 to 9:30, the best duo ever. There we go.
much. Hey, we'll tag team.
I'll
But
take it. I'll take it.
he was really Coach Braden or Braden. I still got to figure this
I
one
just
out.
got Brad.
Braden. He says that he was most impressed by Elijah Judy because he has a son that is Elijah Judy's son's age, and they get together and they play. But he said, always get your degree. That's the one thing if football goes away, when it goes away, you'll always have that piece of paper. And they're just hounding that home. And I just pounding that, into the guys. I really love that. Everyone needs to make sure. It's like the CEO and president of the National Football Foundation said, you're building your house for the next 40 years in these 4 years.
It's true, and it's good that we're pushing it because as you've seen the way it's getting with the nil and the portal and all the stuff, it's like the academic part of it is really going to the wayside to the point that I wonder how seriously it's taken and how much they actually do to get the grades and do the stuff. So it's good that we're hammering it home and we're trying to still, because you have to have it, and that's what they really need to ingrain in them. That I don't have the numbers, but the numbers of making it to the pros are
it's such a small
slim.
Percentage.
Yeah, it's super small, and everybody's so well trained, and it's that much tighter now that they got to have a backup plan because you can't play football forever, even if you transfer a dozen times in college and get to the NFL. So kudos for them for doing that. They need to impress that upon them all the time. He sure did, James. He sure did.
What is this? What does that mean? A mini state of mind.
No. I'm not sure. Maybe it's an emoji or something. I don't know.
Oh, I bet it is. Okay. Well, thank you, Vince, for the compliment. Stephen Fromm says, not even worried about Cincinnati. We need to lock in and finally be some real team like Michigan, USC, and Penn State. I have news for you. I'm not so sure about those first two teams, Stephen Fromm. I don't know if they're going to be any good.
Wow.
I actually do mean that.
Michigan, we might be catching them at the right time early with a little bit of the disarray. SC, I don't know. I mean, they got weapons. They're always fast. Penn State is probably going to be the class of what we face for this season once we get going. But we got to win that first one. We got to win the first one, I'd say convincingly too.
Oh, I think so.
And then just keep that momentum going for the next two that we should roll. And then we come into Michigan, feeling good.
Yeah, we will. And the fact that they don't have Sharon more, and that just I think it fuels a little bit of our fire burning inside,
Yeah, I'd like to see the stats on like how teams do when the head coach is not there and the amount of times it happens, and also like the internal workings of how much of a difference it makes. Like it just, to me, it seems like it'd be a big loss, but they have a staff. They always work together all week. They move things over to somebody else. So, I mean,
Right.
and they're interchangeable, but I'm just curious how much of an impact it'll actually have.
Yes, I know. I'm very curious, but you're right. With everything that happened on this past Friday, right? We got the NCAA came in with their final verdict. This is what the punishment is going to be. I think they were just very focused on that all off
Hmm.
season, I have to say.
Well, they were preparing for the worst, and really, it didn't do anything. What was it? They lost their postseason money, and the coach has to sit those couple of games. That's about it. Like,
Yeah, he has one other game he has to sit out next
yeah,
season. I mean,
yeah.
we all knew that was going to happen, right?
Mhm.
Whenever this took place 2 years ago, and then when they had that Connor Stallions thing on Netflix, and it kind of made him look like he almost like he's a brilliant like Isaac Newton or something. Like he came up with this amazing formula, and it worked.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I don't know if I even want to watch it. Sometimes things like that just make me angry. So yeah, I'll probably stay away from it.
Ah, okay, well, we're still focused on Cincinnati.
Oh yeah.
Cincinnati, 10 days from now. Um, we have that Brendan Sorsby, who is a quarterback who I think is pretty darn good. But we have to keep in mind, guys, remember, they just got their practice facility back.
That's
Like
true.
they've been practicing in different levels. They haven't been able to practice together. Like John Butler pointed out that we have had 16 practices against our offense in spring and 19 against our offense in fall already. They haven't
Mhm.
had the opportunity. They're hardly able to even practice together until just recently in August. Or
Good.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I like Butler's just in general what he was saying about all the the ones versus ones or however they phrase it nowadays and what we've been doing, and the fact that he said we were giving up a few big plays, but they got to ratchet that down. And I mean, it's all kind of the same coach speak stuff, but he didn't really sound the alarm on anything, so I felt good about that.
He didn't sound the alarm on anything. He doesn't seem like the type of guy who's going to sound the alarm on anything.
No, he doesn't talk a lot.
He doesn't say a whole lot, but he does talk a lot about tackling.
Hmm, good.
That is one key element that he talks about every single time, because I feel like that's the one thing he's like, especially in the first game. That's the thing. If you're going to see a lot of missed tackles. They're not going to go for any missed tackles. You got to take that extra step, he said, and you have to go for the outside hip, the hip that's closest to you.
Hmm.
They're looking for guys that do that, and they're looking for guys that can have takeaways. And he said they're going to play as aggressively as the officials will let us play.
I like that, and that's the difficult thing now with the way the game is played with the targeting and the still after all these years we can't seem to determine what targeting is consistently,
Right.
and it takes away the enjoyment for me because sometimes I'll have a good clean hit and then you're holding your breath waiting and then they so yeah, and I like what he's saying, play up to the at the very edge of what you can do and good, 'cause you can't win anything by being tentative or playing scared or got to go full bore, and if we get penalized a little bit we dial it back.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a really good point. Roll did say in the scrimmage this past weekend on Saturday that they had Big Ten officials and he wanted them to call everything. And he said we had a lot of penalties. Guess what the penalties were?
It was mostly for aggression. It wasn't
Yeah.
like procedured stuff, so that's good. I mean, that's really
Not
good. It
no
really can't
fault.
false start.
There
Yeah,
weren't any false starts.
It's good.
Can I hear an amen?
Get an amen from me. And that's, yeah, I did see that. And I like that we can have the Big Ten officials so that way they get used to, the way it's going to work and there's no surprises once we get out there. And I mean, they always do, but it's just, I like that he calls that out and he asks them to call the game tight. So that's good. So we'll get used to that right away.
Oh, okay. So everyone's talking about your debut as an actor this past Thursday night.
Oh yeah, the one and done. Yes.
One and done? Well, Stephen Fromm says if Nebraska loses to Iowa again, Fred is going to have to wear that wig till the end of the year.
Oh, well, that's fine. I'll just get tickets to that game. And then if it looks like it's in doubt, I'm just going to run on the field and just like disrupt it to the point that, we'll somehow win because yeah, it's we're not going to wear the wig again. So
You looked really good in that wig, I have to say.
I was sweating to death. It was just, yeah, I don't see how people do it with all that hair, and I'm glad that I'm here. This is perfect for me. So,
This is perfect.
yes,
This is comfort.
it
This is my
is.
comfort level.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say though, it did make you look a little younger.
Oh, I thank you. That's my aim is to look younger, but yeah, no more wig. It was a one and done. It was fun, and oh no, it was not a merkin, James. It was a wig. So yeah,
What's a merkin?
it's just move forward.
Okay. I swear, if there were cliff notes in this show, that would be really helpful. Just
Yeah,
like a little
yeah,
side
you want a
note.
bit of laughter. Yeah.
All right. And then Pitt Snipe points out that the NCAA didn't see their way to clarify any more of those targeting rules. Yeah.
No, they don't, and it's weird. Like I don't understand. And Rule has talked about this with a lot of the different things that we've had called against us, and he says he always asks for clarification, and he always talks to he does the right chain of command, and it's like I don't know if they keep it purposely vague or what, but it's got to be frustrating for the staff because how can you coach it properly if you know and the targeting it's hard. It's one of those that it's so fast, and then even with the replay and different tiers of if you kick the guy out or not, it's like they need to figure out a better way to streamline that.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is I got my hair done today. Okay. And the lady I go to, I love her dearly. She's from Russia.
Hmm.
And she was telling, because we're talking about this college football. I can't not talk about college football, even to my Russian hairdresser. I'm sorry.
That
But
poor
she's
woman.
like, she's like, the thing is this is the only country that has college football, that has college sports altogether.
Yeah,
And she was
yeah,
amazed. She was
yeah.
amazed at the amount of money that is involved with college sports. But that's what makes everything happen. That's what the NCAA actually has to kind of like, they have to play to that.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it
Now,
still doesn't
anyways.
account for not being clear on the rules. I mean, but then I guess in some respects it could be by design because then you get people talking about it even more. There's more to talk about on all the talk shows. There's more traffic online, and there's more. Hey, did you see that hit? What do you think it was? And it keeps, keeps it alive and keeps a little bit of spice to it. Not that
Yeah,
it needs it, but there's no such thing as bad publicity. So it's just another thing to keep the buzz going. So yeah, you got a shitty call against Michigan and Nebraska. It's going to make all the highlights. People are in write articles. People do shows like this, and it just keeps the machine going.
it does. It does. Juan says wrong time to be on. Corn Graze was on. You know what? He didn't okay that with me. I will have a conversation with him. Next time you want to plan to do a show on Monday night, let me know. Connor.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He can do a show whenever he wants. It's just we always do a Monday night therapy. When am I supposed to do it on Tuesday? That's when Andy's on.
Yeah. We got a full boat here, people.
And then 1970s child says Canada has college football, I think. Well, this is what I mean. You think.
No, they do. We had a guy, I think his name was Patrick Kabongo. Great name for a D lineman. And I think he played for and so did Darren Diedrich, running back. He was
Oh,
out of Canada as well. So, yeah, they must have some form of high school and college football up there. We're talking back in the late 90s, early 2000s. So 99, 2000, 2001-ish.
this is interesting. We'll have to look this up. We'll have Greg Greggle it.
Yeah, give him something to do on Thursday.
Canadian college football. Is it a real thing or is it folklore?
I'm pretty sure it's real. It's not it's obviously it's not to the level of what we have here.
Right.
It's not going to be like that anywhere else in the world.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. You said you had some things from the pressers that you gathered.
Oh,
You
well, the
want
one
to
thing, the punter, Archie, we were watching a video of like Australian news talking to his family. And a lot of you guys probably already seen it, but it was super cool. Like his two brothers, his mom and dad, and they talked about the whole thing where he broke down and they said it was kind of hard to see and they were kind of tearing up on the news broadcast talking about it. And they're going to be at the game against Cincinnati. So they're going to be up here for that one, but they didn't seem to know about any other games. But what I thought was cool is Maureen and I were watching it and we were looking at the comments. And so this is the Australian news. It was like their Good Morning America, Australia. And the comments on the side were all positive. And there were people a lot of them from Nebraska, just saying, just like we'd said on Thursday, we got him. We'll be his family while they're not here and all that stuff. And it was like nothing but positive comments. And it made us look good as fans. And, if his family reads that, they got to feel pretty good about it too. So I thought that was pretty nice considering shows the reach of Husker fans that were watching Australian news about our punter's family and then commenting on it and saying, oh yeah, we got this kid. We'll take him in as our own and all that. So that's pretty cool.
That is really great. Yes. Like a foreign exchange student. He's our kangaroo kid. Down under. Good day, mate. I am going to learn an Australian accent. That is my goal this season.
Okay.
And then Husker Chuck says, I hope the whole crowd yells, boom, shakalaka laka, when he punts.
Or didn't somebody say on Thursday that we should chant Archie, 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 oi, oi, oi? Like,
yes.
That would be good. I'm sure the fans will do that for him. That's going to be great. That'll be his family's probably going to just be blown away by what it's like to come to that game and any of the other games up here.
Tony, I am not going to show that comment. That's just rude. Stephen Fromm says, I know some former players from the 90s aren't a fan of the black uniforms for USC. What do you guys think of them? And I especially want to know what you think of them, Fred. Good question, Stephen.
First, then, since you asked, they look cool, but this is a thing I've complained about it for a long time. I'm kind of like John, but not as old, where I just shake my fist at the sky. But it's cool for the team, and they like it. If it gets them fired up, I've seen when Frank moved on to coach Ohio, the Bearcats, they wore black uniforms one time, and I saw the video of them getting told that they were going to get to wear them, and the team freaked out. And well, they walked in and they had them in the lockers, and they just lost their minds. Yeah, it's super cool, but to me, it seems like it's gimmicky. It just reminds me of stuff that other teams used to try and do to generate some kind of like false confidence when we were good and we just kick everybody's ass. And it's like, oh, we're going to wear black and that'll show Nebraska, and it's like, it's kind of like saying that you're tough and telling people, if you got to tell people you're tough, you're not tough. And if you got to wear black to make you feel better about yourself and be imposing, we're doing it as a one-off. I get it. And it's whatever. But, and again, we're the Go Big Red. We're not go big blackout. So it's like that's Scott Frost's game. But yeah, it's like I don't know. I could see it both ways. If the players like it, that's cool. But if it's some effort to generate some extra sense of courage, you're done. You're lost. But that's my 2 cents.
Oh my gosh. People really have
I
thoughts.
didn't I didn't see them actually. So I don't know what they look like. I heard.
They're black with white stripes.
Oh,
I think they're fantastic. I love them. I was looking in my Husker closet today. I have one black Husker shirt. One. That's it.
almost all of mine are. So
They're all black? Really?
pretty much, yeah. My
Well,
coach's
then
shirt,
what
the
what
one
is the
that
problem?
the punter was wearing, I have one of those. It's the mesh. It's nice, but yeah,
Yeah. Well, I think the black looks really sharp, and I love that they got excited about it.
yeah. If they like it, I like what Boardman says though too, because you do have the two iconic brands, and it should be their colors against ours on the field, and we're going to be wearing black, and so that's like I always kind of liked it when we'd wear it in a game that didn't matter, but was a game against an Akron or a somebody else, or when we wore the throwback like Husker jerseys. I can't remember who we played. It was several years ago now, but yeah, I don't know. It's if people, you know what, and again, it's merchandise, it's money. You know, think of all those people that are going to buy
Yeah.
those jerseys, and they
Yeah.
auction them off after the fact. Game because I remember Sue had a classic style jersey, whatever team we played back when he was here, and we had the '60s style jerseys, and they wore them. They were super cool, and the Sioux one auctioned off for like a shit ton of money. So there's money to be made. They put them out there in pink with rainbows. It's just
Well, okay. So I like what 1970s Child says. He says, black is my favorite color. Black is not a color. Okay. Let's clear that up first. Black is a combination of all colors. Okay. But I get tired of seeing all black uniforms all the time. It's not the first, we don't do it. This is why it's so great.
I've lost track. I think maybe this is the third time, fourth time ever.
Has it been all black though?
Oh, I thought we did one time. Maybe not. Maybe no. I think we had some alternates. The pants might have been white, but the jersey was black and it was silver or something and red. But yeah,
that I didn't love. I do love an all black. I think it's really hot. I think it's amazing. I would love to wear that myself.
it's got a slimming effect, so it's good for Dylan.
That's what somebody said here.
Oh,
We're not crazy Raider fans either. No. No. But it'll just be fun. Actually, there might be some crazy Raider fans there. That's actually a good point. That when I went to the game against Colorado, there were some guys walking around. They were like 7-foot tall guys wearing these wigs, and they looked like they were like had their face painted like a skeleton and football pads and black jerseys, and they were just walking around like this. I'm going to find the video and I'll share it with you guys. It was so crazy and it was good. It got me hyped.
Were they
Fans,
like Kiss? Like
kind of a mixture of some sort of like crazy monster, like the black. I think they were supposed to be black shirt monster type guys. I have no idea.
That's a new one. I hadn't seen that. I've seen they used to have the Husker Elvises a lot. I don't know if they're still a thing.
Oh, that sounds cool. I would
I
like
could see
that.
John doing that at some point.
Well, okay, so we have the Coach Simpson, the outside linebackers coach.
Mm-hmm.
He came up with this term that he wants the players to be like water.
Oh yeah, Bruce Lee.
You've heard this?
Yeah.
So you knew what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
Because
If you
people
use
ask
it in
him.
the same context, I assume, yeah, it's Bruce Lee said, "Be like water." He goes, "It takes the shape of whatever you put it in. You put it in the cup, it becomes the cup. It becomes whatever." And long story short, he says, "Water can flow or water can crash.
Yeah.
Be water." So yeah.
Okay, this is amazing. Nobody else knew this, Fred,
Oh,
but you know.
well, I drink and I know things. So.
I love that. And so he said that Jordan,
Tony, no, I do not.
what? What did he
He
say?
asked if I wear a corn head to the games. No.
Oh, I could just see that.
The sight of those make me physically angry because they always show them on TV, and I'm just like, oh no, yeah. I've seen people driving in cars with them on, and it just, nah, not for me. I want to run them off the road. But
Oh, yeah, Stephen Fromm. He says, didn't Bruce Lee also have to register his hands as lethal weapons? I think he did.
he probably did.
Oh, that is so awesome. Okay, so he said Jordan Ochoa has made a tremendous leap this season. In fact, he was one of the players that did a press conference. He said, keep your eyes out for Dylan Rogers, Willis McGahee Jr., which we've heard this name a million times. We know to watch out for him, and Dasan McCullough. And one of the things he said to the players is you come here to play football, not just rush the passer, although that's what they're really focusing on. Let's be honest.
I hear a lot about McCullough. I'm excited to see him because that's an Oklahoma player, and they've always fielded good defenses. Usually had good fast players. So I'm curious to see how that dude pans out.
Yeah, that's his number one thing is he's rushing the passer. His dad is the running back and assistant head coach at Notre Dame.
Who's dad?
Dasan McCullough.
Oh, I didn't know that. No. Huh.
Yeah. So he has grown up with all this football terminology. He knows it like the back of his hand.
That's good. Coach's son's always good. They're going to be sound and they're going to be smart. So that's good. Usually.
And who was it? Mitch Sherman said that he looks like he's an NFL player that's visiting Nebraska. He's 6'5", 235 pounds.
It's pretty good size for a backer, yeah.
Yep.
Well, in our scheme too, he could be an edge rusher type, that type of thing, and yeah, they flex him in and out. So yeah, you do a lot of stuff with a guy that size. That's what they said at Northwestern.
Nebraska Rascal said, Fred, do you wear the red and white overalls?
No, sir. It's usually just a coach's shirt like this. I got the newer Adidas one that's black. I think it's from last year. Or my There Is No Hope shirt. Usually I wear that to games or the bar or wherever. Yeah.
Okay, and then Craig Gifford wants to know, what's Fred drinking today? What's Fred drinking today? Whoa.
It's a Stag Pilsner from Kincaider, not to be confused with the type of parties that our former head coach used to frequent. But yeah, it's a good beer. It's just a basic old Pilsner and really good stuff.
Okay. Husker Chuck, really? Now, why would you say that? He goes, he's a jack linebacker, maybe a bit light.
I err on the side of Husker Chuck's knowledge. He's all over it, so he's probably right.
No, he's wrong. He's wrong. He looks like an NFL player. That's what I'm going with. So, he was born in Cincinnati, and he grew up in Kansas City. So going to this game is like going home.
A little bit, yeah.
Isn't that kind of cool?
Well, and a lot of kids want to play in Arrowhead, so it's always on TV, and it's kick-ass old. When I say old stadium, it's old now. So yeah, that'd be cool for him.
I'm really excited. Okay, so the one player that I'm most excited about, I never thought very much until I saw him in his press conference because of his sense of urgency and how eager he is. I love this kid. His name is Jameer Khan. Did you see that one?
No, had not.
Jameer Khan is a defensive back, and he's a little on the smaller side. He came from an FCS school, Southern Illinois. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Greg's stomping ground. I think that's where Greg lives. Apparently they didn't even have indoor facilities at his college. So he had to like wait until like people would book he would practice at the rec center, and people would book the rec center, and he would have to wait for them to leave in order for him to practice. And he goes, yeah, this is like, thank goodness it's paying off, because he goes, these practice facilities, I've never seen anything like it. He goes, there's names of these things that I don't even know. He goes, the cold water thing that they have and the sauna. He's like, it's amazing. But he was recruited and played for Jamar Mosey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, that's nice to have a kid like that is like true. Not that people aren't grateful for the facilities they have, but when you have such limited facilities as he just described, and you literally have to work out at the rec hall to do things, it's like, then you come here and it's like you're on vacation, because it's just literally, kid in a candy store with all the different machines and the tools and all the stuff they have.
Okay. Husker Chuck says he's 5'11", 180, and he is a junior. So he's had to really work at being the best at his position. Not only is he smaller, okay, but he came here and had to have shoulder surgery right away. And he wasn't able to get onto the field. The coaches had to hold him back, and all he wanted to do was play. All he wanted to do was work on his position. So he's been working with Deshaun Singleton. It's been him and Deshaun Singleton working together. And somebody asked him, why is it beneficial? Like, what are your assets that you bring? And he said, the fact that I'm small, he goes, I can lower my shoulder and I can get into small spaces that people that are bigger can't. So he's utilizing his size for his position. And he's quick. That's the other thing. He's quick.
Well, 5'11's now. He's just light, but I mean, that's with the 180. But I mean, small isn't bad. We had Baron Miles, was one of the smallest corners we ever had here, and that guy was awesome. He covered guys that were 6'4" and 6'5" and that played in the NFL for years. And he was quick, and he could get in and still jump, and football smarts got him to the place where he needed to be to make the plays. So yeah, it seems like this guy's really really engaged. So that's good. Can't wait to see him.
I don't know what he's studying. Eugenics. What's eugenics?
Yeah.
Is this something you have to fill me in later on?
Yeah, you're good.
Jeez, you guys, would you just please? All right. Speak so that I understand, or type so that I understand what you're typing. All right. So we also heard from linebacker Marquise Watson-Trent, the guy from Georgia Southern. Remember when they came to Nebraska?
Mm-hmm.
And we played against them?
Yeah, can't forget that one.
I know. Oh my gosh, Husker Chuck. He goes, you need to watch Star Trek. My brother was visiting this past weekend, and he was wearing a shirt called, what was it? Oh, it's like the newer version of Star Wars. What is that called?
The newer version of Star Wars.
It's like a cross between Star Wars and... Shoot, now it just left my brain.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh. But the con, I got that earlier too. I didn't get to mention it, but yeah, that was good. Oh, the Mandalorian, maybe, Greg.
Mandalorian, the Mandalorian. And so I asked my brother, I said, what is that? He goes, I can't even talk to you right now. You don't know what this is. And then he goes in the room with my other brother. They're like, can you believe she doesn't even know what that is? What? No, I don't know what that is.
It's just another. It's a Star Wars TV show, basically about one character, the Mandalorian. It's okay. I watched a couple seasons of it, and then it did what all those shows do, and it just got boring and weird.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a big deal for a while. I guess maybe it still is a big deal.
I don't know. I have no idea, but I didn't know about it, and my brothers made me feel like you guys. Thanks. Okay, so we talked about Dasan McCullough. We talked about Jameer Khan, my new favorite player. And we talked a little bit about Jordan Ochoa. And somebody wanted to know, what is a jack? We did discuss this last season because I didn't know what it was. And I had to look it up. Never mind me wanted to know. All right, somebody tell me what a jack linebacker is. And I love that everyone here is educated. Oh, not that. Pit Snipe says the jack is the wild card. He usually lines up outside the tackle on the line and either rushes or drops into coverage underneath. Yes, it's kind of like whatever they need at that particular time. He can be a fourth lineman. He can rush. I mean, that's really what they're really good at, is rushing the passer. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, but yeah, they can they can flip flop. They fake the blitz. They do the zone blitz. They can do a lot of different things from that position. And yeah, so, I mean, that's what I like about. Ultimately, I didn't think I'd like the 3-3-5, but I do like the flexibility that it gives us with the way we can line people up and move them around and possibly find holes in an offense. So, it's, and all the terms. There's a jack. They always have different weird names, but at the end of the day, he's a pass rusher, linebacker that might drop into coverage.
That's the key to our defense right there. That's why the 3-3-5 is successful. It's because of that jack position. We can do whatever we need to do. Like the 1970s child put it here, the jack linebacker is a hybrid type. He can either be like half defensive lineman or half outer linebacker. So whatever we need.
I think he'll be a fine jack.
What did you say?
I said I think he'll be a fine jack linebacker.
He'll be a fine jack. And didn't you say you had some things about Coach Eckler?
Not really. I just a little bit about, in general, his enthusiasm that we talk about and the fact that he wants to. Oh yeah, the thing that I didn't ever really think of is he talked about when he coached defense and coached linebackers and how they can, quote unquote, destroy blocks, and how you can use that and translate that over to special teams as far as, breaking through, doing whatever. And it was like, that was an interesting thing. So he's like, it's a transferable skill that he picked up over the years. And I'm just in general excited to have a guy that seems to know what he's doing and cares. So I expect our special teams to be pretty good. And they talked about Archie not having real American football, experience, but he said a lot of SEC teams have Australian kickers that have never really played our style of ball, but some of the Aussie football, Aussie rules and such kind of gets you used to the contact and the way people are running at you and that type of thing. So it shouldn't be as drastic a change there have been Australian punters in the NFL for years too. So It's not like we're doing some strange thing that just, it's an experiment. It's tried and true.
Absolutely. Yeah. I looked it up. There's about 75 Australian punters right now in FBS. So out of 136 teams. I know. Yeah. People are catching on.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. So one other thing is I don't know if everybody caught up with the single digits. If you didn't, we have a picture for you. Janarin Bonner, the wide receiver, received 4. Okay, and his nickname. Did you catch what his nickname is?
No, I had a nickname, but I don't know what his is. What is it?
Wood. Everybody calls him Wood.
Okay.
What was your nickname?
No, it's fine. So as in he lays the wood to people, I imagine.
Okay.
I would hope so.
Laying the wood, is that an old-fashioned term?
Just a football term meaning hit somebody hard.
Okay, I like it. And then Vincent Shavers Jr. is number 9, which he was number 1 last season.
Mm-hmm.
But he got revoted in, so he decided to change his number to 9.
We had a few guys that got revoted, right? From the sound of it, I think
Yeah.
3 of them or so.
Yeah. And Javin Wright, which I love this because he's like in his 6th year, maybe 7th. I don't even know. But he got voted a single digit, and he chose number 0. And Ja'Cory Barney Jr., who's only a sophomore, number 2.
You could see that coming. He was on his track to be that. He was all in from day one, and yeah.
He was Dylan's roommate last year whenever they were doing fall camp in Selleck House. Yeah. So they're buds. And now Dane Key is living with Dylan.
Oh. Well, that's good. Wide receiver quarterback thing,
Oh, yeah. You want them close.
And it's nice that a guy like Key can come in being new and get voted as a single digit already. That's pretty impressive. A guy that shows that he made an impact, got attention right away, So that's pretty sweet. Because, I heard all about that guy a lot. And it's like, okay, he's supposed to be good. But if the players themselves are voting him to that, then must walk it like he talks it.
Yes. And Scott is right. Archie was not a rugby player. He did not play rugby. He played a different type of football in Australia.
Yeah.
It's similar to American football. The rules are different, where it's tackling. Everybody can tackle, and it's rough.
Mm-hmm.
But the way he explained it, yeah. But we're just, for our purposes, we're saying it's rugby style punting. Oh yeah, Aussie rules. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. Okay, number 1. I love this. Whoever TD is, welcome. He says number 1, Lawrence Phillips, Thunder Collins. Very good.
There were 2 of the more notable number 1s from the last few decades, yeah, that come to mind for me right away.
The only number 1 I can think of is Lawrence Phillips.
Hmm.
I wish I would have been able to see him play in person.
Yeah, he was something else. Sad thing the way he ended up, but he could have been something.
I know. Every time I hear a story about him, I'm like, gosh, he seemed like an amazing guy. Like, even Tommy Frazier talks about what a good guy he was,
Yeah, he was a good guy with the team, but off the field he wasn't, Captain America exactly. But yeah, just as far as sheer talent though, just thinking out loud, my lifetime, I barely remembered Mike Rozier because I was a kid, but to me it was Phillips and Amon Green were 2 of the best that I've seen ever, for us. But we need to get back to that with the people we have, and
yes,
we're getting there slowly. It's hard though. There's so many people and there's so much talent out there to, stand out and find that diamond in the rough. That's what Rule's good at. So maybe we find a running back that way at some point too.
It made me question, okay, we're getting players from FCS. I know this is how it works. This is how the new era of football works because of NIL and the amount of money that is involved. These colleges that are FCS, they're basically going to be the training grounds, developing grounds for FBS schools. Like, if there's a good player, they're getting pulled up, and vice versa, right?
Well, I don't know if it was the Southern Illinois team that you'd mentioned or a different smaller Illinois team. I heard they lost like 19 players, just all portaled out. So it's like, just imagine the impact that would have on your team. You're going to lose 19 guys, even if they're not all starters. That's a chunk of your depth,
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Okay. Well, Fred, next week on Monday night, we are doing our prediction for Cincinnati. Are you ready to come prepared for that? Everybody else ready to come prepared?
Oh yeah, I think I've already had a few different scores in mind, but I'd have to go look at things that I shared with my friends and whatnot. But I think I have a good idea. Well, I know what I'm going to predict or close to it. Don't know if it'll happen, but yeah.
Do you want to give any hints?
Nope.
Okay. I'll give some hints.
Okay. I'm sure I bet I know where this is going, but please.
What?
You're gonna like talk how many touchdowns Dylan has and what type of hair gel he's wearing, or is it gonna be like the actual just the score?
Just a score.
Oh, sweet.
I'm
Okay.
just saying that Nebraska's going to score in the 40s for the first game. That's all I'm going to say.
Nice.
That's what I think. Because I think Holgerson has really put something special together. Think about what we did to Wisconsin last year.
Yeah, yeah. If we play clean, that's all it takes, And that's right. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's you guys are doing 5 heart on Monday because of the timing of the
Thursday
game. So that's fine.
But
But
you're
no,
welcome, because I'm not going to kick you off now that you're my new co-host on Mondays. No way. You're welcome.
Okay, well, I appreciate that, but I'm pretty sure I'll just leave it to the professionals next
Oh,
Monday
yeah, we're
/
professional.
Thursday.
You can even wear a mini wig if you want.
No,
And, then I'll be in chat.
that's going to be retired. So that was one and done.
All right, Beetle B, this is not okay. Settle down. Let's settle down. Okay, we're not going to have issues. Don't get ahead of yourself. Okay.
Willie woke up, so if you heard noise, that's.
Oh, hi, Willie.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd call. I think Cincinnati kind of is a big game, I guess, since it's a national game at night on a Thursday and first game of the season. So I guess I would call it a big game, even though I was kind of dumping on them for the last month. Got to start off on the right foot.
It's a huge game. Well, I'll remind you guys that Phil Steele said that Cincinnati is a dark horse. He also said Nebraska is a dark horse. So just come prepared. But I do believe we're going to annihilate them. I believe it. And this is not Kool-Aid talking. This is me taking things very seriously. Okay. I have a little intel. We'll share it next week.
Oh. That's why we're going to beat them badly is because of the intel that you have? Interesting.
Well, I've been studying this.
That's going to keep people, that's going to drive viewership because people are going to want to know what this magical secret is. I can't wait.
Yes. Okay, what is this? Reversal day. Fred joins Greg and Minnie makes slightly obscene comments in chat. That would be funny.
Gosh, slightly obscene. I got to step it up. I thought they were fairly obscene. I'll work on it. I'll be better, Vince. I'll do better.
Beetle B, I know you don't see it. Just trust me. You'll want to be here next week. This is going to be a fun show next week. You just have to just go off of what our players and what our coaches are saying. You have to read between the lines. There's certain things that we haven't been told before that they're saying now. So I believe it. And not only that, the incoming players that Cincinnati does have, we have their game film. We've been studying them. We know what they look like. We know what they're likely to do, right? Every player has these like signature moves. We know what they are. We're okay.
But they probably studied us too.
No, but we're so much better. We're like night and day difference. That is true. We are. Just wait, Fred. Oh my God.
I'm waiting. I can't wait actually, but I will patiently wait.
Yeah. Okay. And Nebraska Rascal wanted to know if we're doing a show on the 28th. We are not because that is a game night. So we will not be doing a show. However, I guarantee that John will probably be doing some sort of after reaction.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah.
You better not be in the bathroom either. I say
I
that
know.
right now.
I don't think he will be. I don't think
He'll
he
be
needs to
outside
be.
on his bench or by his tree, or as long as he's not in the bathroom or laying sideways on the ground, like Blair Witch Project, and talking to the camera like he did a few times when we were failing miserably. I'm good.
Oh, look at this.
It's Scott.
Scott Westman became a YouTube member. Welcome. And we'll have to play you our new YouTube jingle on Thursday night if you come back.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, you got to be here for that on Thursday, Scott. It's a real treat.
And thank you for becoming a member. And thank all of you. And thank you, Fred.
What?
Thank you for being. You said yes. He's my co-host now.
Oh, you're welcome. Happy to be here. It's fun. It gives me something to do. Keeps me off the streets. So, and it makes me straighten up. I can't say all the things in chat that I do on air. So I have to be a grown up a little bit. It's fun though.
Put on a nice shirt.
Yeah, dress up. Wear clothes. It's a challenge, but I'm getting there.
You're doing great. I appreciate it. All right. So I guess that's it for tonight. We'll see you hopefully Thursday.
Sounds good. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Predictions and inside intel. It's going to be a very intriguing Thursday night with Greg and Minnie.
Yeah. And go Big Red.
See everybody.